stop trying to play like Tiger Woods or Phil Mickelson or whoever else you like, it could actually be hurting your golf game. You might be thinking, this guy's crazy. Playing like Tiger, everyone wants to do that. I would agree. But once I stopped trying to play like Tiger and started trying to play based on my personality type, everything changed. And today I'm going to share with you how the mental golf type is a unique system that really taps into your unique personality so you can get in the zone, stay in the zone, and keep stress at bay to play your best without changing your swing. All golfers are looking for one thing, the zone. There is nothing better than when you're in the zone on the golf course. It feels like effortless golf. You're able to hit fairways, hit greens. If you do miss a green, you get it up and down, you're making putts, and golf feels simple. Next day, you could go out and anything could happen. So what's the difference between getting in the zone and staying there versus those other rounds where you just can't get anything going? One word, stress. When you're stressed out, you are not able to relax fully and get in the zone. The thing is, stress happens differently for everyone. And to play your best golf, you need to match your personality with your mental game. This is where the mental golf type system comes in. After playing golf for 20 plus years, I had never really thought about how your personality impacts your performance on the golf course. It wasn't until I started listening to the Go Low show that it all started to click. Now, if you haven't listened to the Go Low show, I highly recommend it. Even though they don't have any new episodes out anymore, all the old ones are unbelievable. But the biggest thing that they have underlying in the podcast is that your personality type affects performance. Today, I want to share my experiences with mental golf type with you, break down exactly what it is and what type of golfer it's for, and how it's had a massive impact on my game. Before we get into the mental golf type review, again, my name's Michael Leonard. I'm the creator of Wicked Smart Golf, a golf writer since 2017 and an avid golfer myself. So I'm always looking for ways to one-up myself. I want to always get better every single year. Now, if you're the type of golfer that's watching this, I'm confident you're the same type of player. You want to get better every single year. But a lot of times it's more than just working on your swing. A lot of times it's what's going on up here. Your mental game plays a massive role in the ability to shoot lower scores and play better golf. When I joined MGT, I was instantly impressed because this system is based on your unique personality. There are 16 personality types out there. You could be an ENTJ like myself, you could be an INTJ, or you could be 14 other combinations. That is the premise of this entire system, is learning your personality type and then learning what you need to do on the golf course to actually play based on your personality to avoid stress and stay in the zone. This is where the magic happens. Step one of the program is figuring out your personality type. So they have a free assessment on their website where you will answer some questions and they will figure out your personality type based on your answer. They're very accurate, which is good because each one of the mental golf type programs is based on your personality type. So for example, I'm an extrovert. A lot of people are introverts though, so we're gonna actually get different programs when we enroll. So that's really cool because it's, again, customized to your personality type. My personality type is an ENTJ. Let's dive in and actually see what this looks like inside the program when you are a student of mental golf type.
All right, so here's what it looks like inside mental golf type. Once you get logged in as a student, everything is online. I got a lot of great digital trainings in here. So the main one that we've been talking about today is their level 1 core concepts, which again is personalized performance training for your personality type. So this is the main product that I bought, but I also bought the bundle, which also comes with their universal practice of great practice, their high-level shot process, which I went through as well and have nothing but great things to say. The mental fitness, I have went through that several times. This is has some great golf hypnosis and some other things. But yeah, they have a ton of different trainings in here that I have been a huge fan of. But let's take a look at the core concepts. Once you get logged into the core concepts, it basically takes you through the beginning is kind of the intro, explaining what is mental golf type, how to actually get into the zone, what your stressors are going to be based on your personality type, and really just teaching you some basics about how the mind and the subconscious work. From there, there's a section for each part of your personality. So again, I'm an ENTJ. So this first section is all about how extroverts are going to get in the zone. So it goes over energy management, recharging your battery, all the little things that you need to do on the course to optimize and play my best. Then it goes into the intuition, then it goes into thinking, and then it goes into judging. So again, whatever your personality type is, you're going to have a section for each of it. And the videos are very short, very easy to digest. But what's great too is that sometimes they will take you out on the course and show you what that looks like. So in this one, for example, they talk about target selection, which, as you'll see a little bit later in the video, has had a massive impact on my game. So by figuring out how to pick your targets, they take you out on the golf course and then break that down. And they also have a lot of trainings in here where they kind of write it all out. So that way, if you prefer reading instead of always watching videos, or you can add some of these notes in your phone. And they have different activities you can do on the course. Plus, they have quizzes in each section too. So there's a ton of great content in here. It's very easy to digest. And you'll quickly see how this can impact your game. And what's great is that you can take these concepts and start applying them right now. You don't have to wait until you go through the entire program, but I would recommend going through it twice. I did, and again, I found a lot of new things that second time through once I understood the concepts and started testing them on the course.
So I want to share some of my results with you just to kind of share what is inside this program, because again, it's not like any other golf course management system or mental game system that I have seen. Let me share a lesson with each one of these and how it applied to my golf game and led to awesome results. The first letter is an E. I am an extrovert. I 100% know that. But one thing I learned after going through this program is that I was setting myself up for failure because I actually acted like an introvert on the golf course. And that went against my personality type, so I was basically in a stressful situation more than I was relaxed a lot of the time. But why was I acting like an introvert? One reason, Tiger Woods. Yeah, Tiger was sabotaging my game. Seriously though, I always liked to act like and mimic Tiger. Of course we all did it. If you grew up watching Tiger, you wanted to be him. You wanted to just be head down, super focused, not talking, and just performing. And you know what? I tried to do that, but a lot of times I would find this internal stress and I just would feel flustered out there. And I felt like I was going against something. And you know what? I was going against my personality type. Now let's compare it to another extroverted player who's had a lot of success, Phil Mickelson. Phil and Tiger are complete opposite when it comes to how they operate on the golf course. Tiger is like the Terminator, while Phil is a chatty Cathy. He's high-fiving people. He's giving thumbs up. What does he do? Thumbs up. He is a very, very different person. It just goes to show that it's okay to play like your personality, and that's actually how you play better. And so the first tournament after I watched this, I started talking a little bit more. Now, I wasn't trying to get everyone's life story that I was playing with, but I just found myself talking. And you know what? Even if people wouldn't really talk to me back because they were introverted or they're trying to stay focused, I would congratulate them. Hey, good shot, good drive, good swing, good putt. I would just find myself continually talking. One thing they said was also watch the body language. So again, I wasn't slouching. I was making sure my shoulders were down, my chest was up, and I was constantly scanning and looking outward. If I was looking down and I was going internal, that was going to cause stress, which was going to limit my performance on the course. So the second pillar was intuition. That was my personality type. The other type would be sensing. And so what I found, and they break down really a lot insight, is how you pick targets based on your personality type. Now, I never would have thought about something like this, but it made a huge impact. So before mental golf type, what I would do is I would try and pick the smallest target, because that's what I read in all the sports psychology books that you read back there, all the Dr. Bob Rotella, pick the smallest target, aim small, miss small. I heard that all the time. And so I would pick the smallest branch I could or the tiniest window on a house, and I would really try and do that. And a lot of times I felt constricted, and I didn't realize, again, that was putting me in a stressful state. Instead, what they recommend doing is making a zone out there. So for example, instead of picking one tree, pick another one and create some sort of field goal, if you will, or kind of a zone versus a really small specific target. Now I started doing that with my driver and instantly saw results. The first 2 days I started using this system, I literally hit 28 of 28 fairways. And this is a golf course in Arizona that has a ton of desert. I could not believe that picking different targets or a target range versus a small specific target made a massive difference. So now I'm not looking necessarily at the smallest target. I'm trying to find some sort of zone, or maybe 2 power lines or something in the distance to create a zone. And that really frees me up. I'm able to kind of swing a little bit more intuitively, and I'm not thinking so hard about that, just having to hit it in that one super small area. So let me ask you, where do you aim with your targets? Do you try and pick a small one, or do you try and pick a zone? Let me know down in the comments below. Another thing that I found from this system is that I was spending way too much time over the golf ball in my pre-shot routine. In my old routine, I was standing over the ball and I was looking at the ball a lot more than I was at the target. So basically, I'm thinking about mechanics, and that again goes against my personality type. I don't like to think about mechanics on the golf course. So what Mental Golf Type let me know was that actually I need to keep my eyes up and spend about 70 to 80% of my pre-shot routine looking at the target versus looking at the golf ball. This is why Mental Golf Type is so important. It goes to show little things like how you pick targets, how you operate in your pre-shot routine to help you get in the zone. Because a lot of times I was putting myself into stressful situations before I even hit the golf ball, and then that would lead to uncommitted swings and just really going against my personality type. So the third pillar of my unique personality type was thinking. So you can be a thinker or a feeler. And you know what? It became very clear as I was going through this training that I am a thinker. I do not like to let emotions get the best of me when I make decisions on the golf course. Anytime I make an emotional decision like trying to find that small window through the trees or attack a really aggressive pin when I know I should, most of the time it ended up poorly. And so by thinking my way around the golf course and having a plan before it and saying on this hole I'm going to hit this drive, if I don't have this much into the par 5 I'm going to lay up, having some discipline and having these rules and thinking ahead made a massive difference in my game. This is just something that we probably don't really think about, and we just think, oh, I'm feeling it, I'm going to go on my emotions, versus, oh, I'm going to plan ahead and play it safe, or I'm going to play this hole like this. You just don't really think about that. And Mental Golf Type makes it very clear which type of person you are and how you should operate on the golf course. So the next few tournaments, when I started doing this, I found that I was just not stressed out as much because I wasn't playing based on my emotions. I was playing based on a strategy that I created when I was at home, when I wasn't emotional and I was in a calm state and I was thinking about statistics, numbers, and knowing my game. So again, these are the little things that we probably just don't think about a lot, and Mental Golf Type made it very clear how I should function for course management to get the most out of my game. The final pillar in the personality type is judging versus perceiving. So again, I'm an ENTJ, so I definitely fall into the judging category. Now they break all this down inside the program, but I am a judger, and what I learned is that I perform best when I plan ahead and don't just go out there and try and wing it. So for me, I play the best with creating a plan before. I really geek out before tournaments and have a plan with my yardage books. If there's pins here, I'm not going to go for it. If the tee's here, I might try and drive this par 4. Whatever it is, I have a very, very strict plan in place. And I actually noticed that I was having a lot of success even before Mental Golf Type when I started using Decade Golf, because I started using a lot of research tools that he recommends inside that program to basically game plan the event instead of going out there and be like, I'll figure it out. Now, some players are great with that. Probably Dustin Johnson would be a great example. He's someone that just has that kind of wing it attitude. I don't really need a lot of numbers. I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to see it. I'm going to feel it. That is perfect for his personality type. That is disastrous for my personality type. So again, this is why it's so important from tee to green to play based on your personality. I was even lucky enough to have one of the mental golf coaches, Kyle, on the podcast. You can actually click down in the description. I linked to the full podcast interview and hoping to have the creator, John Weir, on the show as well. So I'm a big fan of Mental Golf Type. I've really never seen anything like it. As I mentioned, as a golf writer, I've written millions of words online specifically about golf. I've read all those golf books down there and more. And again, I'm just obsessed with the game, but I've never seen anything quite like this. And we all want to learn how to get in the zone, and the easiest way to do it is to play based on your personality type. So what I want for you is to learn your personality type so you can start playing better without changing your swing. Now in the description below, you can take the free personality type assessment. That way you can figure out what your personality type is and figure out how you need to perform on the golf course. I give this program a 10 out of 10. I've been fortunate enough to really go through the program twice, implement it in tournament play, and see immediate results. And my goal is simple with Wicked Smart Golf: help you play better without changing your swing. Mental Golf Type has done that exactly for my game, and I've tested it in some of the biggest Arizona amateur events and seen it pay off big time. I'm very grateful to have stumbled upon this thanks to one day on the treadmill listening to the Go Low show and figuring out that your personality is affecting your performance on the course. Just remember, playing like Tiger Woods might not be actually helping your game. You have to play based on your personality to stay in the zone and keep stress at bay. If you like this Mental Golf Type video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I hope you have an epic day on the links.